Sophie.
Hello. This is really strange for me because I'm normally sat in your seat.
I know,
So
right?
it's really weird that you're going to interview me because I'm never interviewed. I always interview.
Is this the first time you've been interviewed?
Maybe because I've been on a podcast once, but I host things
Yes.
all the time.
All the time.
That's so strange.
Okay, so that takes the pressure off of me.
Role reversal.
Because the very first time we met was on a radio show, wasn't it? And I'd popped down to talk about my Roald Dahl climb up to Snowdon.
Yeah.
And I was so nervous. This was a live radio show. And Sophie was she made me want to never leave that radio station. You're so brilliant. And not long after that, I asked you to come along and become HealthMary's ambassador. And we're going to tell people about that in a minute. But first, I would like you to please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm a presenter and a celiac influencer. And I'm also a new mum-to-be.
Oh.
Yay! So excited.
Sophie is not just a presenter. I love how all my guests come, I'm just a presenter. No, you're not just a presenter. You're a DJ, you're a presenter. You've worked for the BBC. You have covered Gala Bingo. You've done Gala Bingo before. I saw your post. That must have been so much fun.
Yeah, such a good gig. So much fun and
yeah.
really good in terms of skills because you're on stage, it's live streamed, you've got talkback, using autocue, it's green screen, it's working with production company and live guests if you've got a studio audience. So it really is a whole plethora of skills, which, I've learnt so much. Yeah.
Wow. So a few years ago, it was about 2-3 years ago now, after we'd had a radio interview and all of that, I think twice. I've been with you on a show twice before.
I think so. Yeah. I did a podcast. You on my podcast.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
And then I said to you, Sophie, do you want to be a HealthMary ambassador? And this was before HealthMary was even a thing.
Yeah.
It was really, really early on. And you said yes. And I thought, okay, can you tell me or tell everyone why? Why did you say yes at the time?
Sometimes you meet people in your life and they're like a ray of sunshine. You meet people, you immediately...
Would that be me?
Who would that be?
Okay. Just checking.
You immediately click with them and you just feel like you want to support them in everything they do. And I met you and I just thought you were so wonderful and kind.
Oh.
And you came to me to be interviewed on my radio show about... You were doing the Roald Dahl charity, which is sick children. Yeah. And I just thought, as if you are, you're working for the NHS at the time. Yeah. As if you work for the NHS, which incredible hats off to you anyway. And then in your spare time, you're giving, time and money and climbing Snowdon, as you do at the weekend, for children who aren't very well. I just thought, what a woman. And you were kind and you were patient. And I thought, anything you're going to do, I want to support you in it. So here I am.
Okay, thank you so much, Sophie. That is so kind.
It's true.
I think on the converse, like back at you, literally back at you, because your energy is just so beautiful. I say this to you all the time. Your energy, your positivity, your vibrancy, your beauty. It's just amazing. Obviously we're still on our journey with HealthMary, but it has just been incredible. The way you responded to me in those early days did make a difference. And it was, along the way as an entrepreneur, especially as a startup, there are a few key moments that you would always remember. And that was one of those for me, because it was the moment when it suddenly occurred to me that even without explaining, even without me figuring it all out yet, somebody believed in this. And so there must be something there. And that just gave me so much courage and yes.
It's so good.
People, Thank you so much.
No, thank you. And also taking the step and doing your own podcast and hosting that amazing brunch and doing things that when I first met you, you were like, I've never been on a podcast before. And I interviewed you and you were like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. And we did a couple of takes. And now look at you.
Look at us.
You're flying and it's amazing. And to think I've been a little part in that journey and a little step in your confidence is, it's such an honor.
Thank you. You are an influencer. You're the first influencer. I remember I went back to my team at the time. I said, I know an influencer. We're talking about hosting that brunch last year. And we're thinking, who am I going to have to host it for us? And we were talking about influencers. And it suddenly occurred to me, hang on, I know Sophie Montague. Oh, now so is a Montague.
So it's
right?
very long, isn't it? We just wanted to make it as complicated as possible. Yeah.
What's that like? Being an influencer. Are you an influencer? Is that a word now? What is it?
It's really hard because at the beginning of my, call it like influencer journey, I definitely had a different aspect kind of look out on my social media. It was all about, I wanted to work with fast fashion brands. I wanted to get free clothes. I was in my early 20s. I was like, oh, these brands are sending me clothes. Great, I've just got to post some pictures. And then it got to lockdown. And I was really sad because I'd lost everything because my career had ended. I couldn't perform. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. And I was still getting these clothes and I was still posting these pictures. And it felt so disingenuous. It didn't feel real. And I stopped that and I got rid of my Instagram. And I kind of was finding myself for a little bit and moved to London on a whim, decided that I'm just going to move to London with my amazing husband, Ben. And we just did it. And then I got a job working for Currys. So I present for them. I do all their e-commerce, their YouTube, their socials. And then I went back on the Instagram. And I was just really genuine and very authentic.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I need a bit of a niche because you can get swallowed up in the world of social media. You know, there's so much noise. And I wanted to cut through that noise. And I'm celiac. Like you, I'm gluten-free. Yeah. And I feel like it's a space where, there's not a lot of talk about it. People don't really understand it. So I wanted to be that, I'm gluten-free. It's not weird. You can still have your life. Yeah. You can still enjoy and go out and go on holiday, get married and do amazing things. So then I've kind of gone down that route. But if I'm also really honest, since I got pregnant, I've kind of come away from social media a little bit. I'm not really sure where my place is on socials anymore. And I do feel like once I'm in that space of being a mom, which I'm so excited to be in that space, I feel like I'll maybe feel like I've got more of a presence on social media again. So currently, quiet on social media, just posting my work as and when, couple of stories complaining about Ben being late in the morning, standard things like that. But I feel like as an influencer, I feel like maybe I'll be more influential when I have my baby and I work in the space of, I'm a celiac mum. Is my baby going to be celiac or not? Who knows? When they're weaning and they're throwing bread at me and pasta, how am I going to deal with this? Yes. There's all that space that I'm going to go into. So
we talked a little bit about that before, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should you raise the baby as gluten-free and all of that? So those are really interesting questions. And I want to ask you about celiac because a lot of people think that celiac disease is just people who don't eat wheat, right? But there are some really serious complications to it if you eat gluten, right, isn't it? And I think people are then assume that because you're celiac, your life must be very miserable and you don't eat a lot, and everybody keeps going to me, oh, I'm not celiac, by the way, but I am gluten. I have a gluten sensitivity, but I'm not celiac disease. So there's different types of gluten sensitivity. So, and the people keep feeling sorry for you. Does that happen? When you go out and everybody's like, oh, poor Sophie can have the cake.
Yeah, that, right? And it's like, well, I can eat the cake as long as it's gluten-free and there's lots of alternatives. And I feel like a lot of the time I'm like a parrot. I'm always repeating myself. But recently I was with some friends and we were going to different restaurants trying to find somewhere to eat. And one of them turned to me and said, oh my God, you actually have to do that all the time, don't you? You go somewhere, you have to ask the waiter, you have to ask the staff when you get there, you have to double check. And it's something you kind of don't consider. So I was diagnosed when I was 2 years old. I've never known any different. So I've never been able to go to Greggs and get a pasty. Although, Lord, I would love to get a pasty or a sausage roll from Greggs. Trust me. I would put my face in it. I'd be so excited. But I've never really known that life. So it is a struggle in one sense, but I don't let it define me. And I'm quite bad, really. I don't tell people I've got an allergy unless I have to. I was on a job in Barcelona and we all went for pizza. And they're like, we were going pizza. And I was like, oh my God, I love pizza. I sat there and everyone ordered pizza and I was like, oh, I'll have the burrata, please. And it came as like a salad and everyone was like, But I was like, yeah, I've just got a bit of an allergy to everything in the room. So I'm just going to have my cheese. And I was actually pregnant then. You can't have burrata. And I didn't know I was pregnant then. But, you know, it happens.
Okay, it happens.
But I tend not to talk about it, which I should. I should shout about it more. But I really don't let it define me. And I'm around great people who understand my allergy. But, you know, I had the comments when I was at school, oh, I'm not going to use your toothpaste because it's gluten-free toothpaste. Yeah. What does that even mean? Or, oh, your bread, that looks horrible. Oh, is it nice? Is it all right? And you think...
Does it taste nice?
I know, and I would never comment on someone's food, but I think that's because I've had my food commented on all my life. But... yeah, it's a real minefield. I could talk about it for ages. And I went to a gluten-free meetup yesterday. And just to be in a room with loads of celiacs, it was like, oh, friend. Oh my God, friend. This is so nice. Do you want to talk about your bowels with me? Oh my God, friend.
Why did you choose to talk about it though? Because a lot of people have celiac and a lot of people are not confident to share their health journeys online. Why is it important that you are doing it?
Because if I can help one person, if I can make someone's life that little bit better that one time they go to that restaurant, or they can go and eat something they've never eaten before. Like this morning, I had my first cardamom bun. And that's funny because I thought it was a cardamom bun.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, because I've never eaten this thing before. So I was like, I didn't even know how to spell it or say it. And it brought me so much joy to just sit there in my conservatory and eat this bun that I had to microwave because it wasn't fresh, because obviously I couldn't get it on the day. And I can just bring that little bit of joy to someone's life. And it's when people say to me, oh, I went to that restaurant because you recommended it, or I ate that thing. I think, oh man, I love that, because so many people have helped me, and I just want to help people. If I can help one person, I'm happy.
As an influencer, I'm still using that word, influencer.
It's a funny one, isn't it?
In that lifestyle, living a lifestyle where you do showcase a lot of what you do online and you work online mostly, what are the challenges there? How do you reconcile that world and your real world and your everyday life?
Yeah,
generally,
it's really hard. So I'm really.
How do you say so? Like you?
Yeah.
Even though there's all that going on.
I'm really conscious that I don't want anyone to know where I live or anywhere near where I live or the town that I live or anything like that, because I've had instances before where people have sent me strange messages. So although I share a lot, I also keep a lot very personally. When I had this baby, I don't want anything about it on social media. The gender won't be on social media, the name, nothing like that. The thing I struggle with on my social media is I'm very opinionated, and I'm really, really, I've got really strong morals, and I'm happy to share them with a room, happy to share them with people I've just met, even if it makes people's toes curl. Oh my God, you're talking about politics. I'm talking about politics. I can't do that. And I find that hard. I work for the BBC. I have to be impartial. So a lot of the stuff I share on social media, I share with just close friends, just on a close friends thing. Yeah. And I wish I could maybe be more outspoken on it, but it's a really tricky line to toe, because I'm not there to talk about whether I like Trump or not. Yeah. I'm there to say, go and eat this croissant from this bakery, right? Yeah. So it's like staying in your lane, but also being true to yourself. I find that hard. I don't actually know how I do that, Chinwe, if I'm honest, and maybe I haven't cracked that yet.
What's the next step? Do you evolve from being an influencer, a presenter, to owning your own show, running your own celiac restaurant? What's your natural projection? Where are you going with?
I think as a presenter, it's a really interesting space at the moment, because a lot of people just want you to have a big following. And a lot of the big radio stations and TV shows are using a lot of kind of, what's it called? Reality TV stars. Yeah. Or people who have a really big following on TikTok, like TikTok stars. So it's quite hard to get into that space. I don't really know what I want to do next. I've always had this dream that I'd love to be a Radio 1 presenter. Maybe it will happen. I'll try so hard to get there, and I send my stuff every year, and I really kind of gun for that. But who knows? I'm so lucky to do what I do and feel genuinely, wake up every day and I'm in control of my own life, completely in control of my own life. I've never gone down that 9-to-5 route. I've never gone down, I went to university, but after that, I've completely kind of taken a turn, my My family, my brothers, have got very corporate jobs, and it's amazing. I could never do that. So what's next for me? I have absolutely no idea, but my arms are open and I'm just like, okay, let's just see what happens. And, meeting people, chatting to people, applying for the right things. I've got a really good agent and just seeing what happens. Like, I do feel like the world is my oyster. I'm going to have a little break to have this baby and I'm going to have that time. And I think I wasn't going to give myself that time. But I am going to give myself that time.
You have to give yourself that time. Trust me, I've had 3 kids.
Yeah.
You want to give yourself that time.
Exactly. I want to. Yeah. I want to give myself that time. But I wasn't going to at first, which is funny. Yeah. But I definitely will now.
I would say so. Yeah. When my Ola was born, I went back to work within 3 or 4 months of her being born. And with Scott, he was 6 weeks old when I went back to work.
Wow.
Yeah, because at the time, my husband and I, we were kind of new to the country and we were just grateful to have jobs, our first NHS jobs. We didn't have any family around. So I was we're both 2 peas in a pod and winging it on our own. So when I had my Ola, who is here today, she came out a little tiny, 2.3 kilo baby. She spent some time in neonatal unit, totally traumatized about it. My husband is a doctor as well. So between the two of us working long shifts, but then there was also that pressure to go back because you never really know. Yeah, we didn't know when our next job was going to be and all of that. And I just wish I had more at the time to some people around me, but it was really, really lonely. And in a way, I rushed a lot of the periods that I should have spent at home with them.
Everyone says that. Everyone says they always wish they had more time.
Yes.
So I'm going to give being self-employed, being freelance, I can give myself that time.
Can.
Financially, I might get stung by that, but I mean, we just make it work, don't we?
Yeah, I was just going to say, we'll make it work. I think if you want to do it, things will fall into place. This is what I'm saying. I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm not just believing it. It does happen. If you want to do it, if you choose to, have that time with your baby, it will happen. It will happen. There is this thing that I do nowadays called affirmations. It's in that book, the little magazine everybody's going to go home with. And this has to do with how our brains work and how by posing a question to it, you almost in a way trigger its absolute crazy affinity to solve problems. So if you say, why am I going to have a fabulous 12 months at home with my baby, right? If you ask that question, automatically your brain starts to find answers in every little tiny micro decisions you make, in every conversation you're making, and that happens.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
So nowadays I do affirmations rather than affirmations, and I can tell you now it works.
That's lovely.
And it's not woo-woo medicine or anything. It does work because we know from a neuroscience point of view that does happen. So ask yourself, why am I going to have a fantastic 12 months with my baby at home minimum? It will happen.
I like that. I'll do that for you.
And how I will be there going like,
you haven't said it yet.
And how are you dealing with being a new mom or mom to be, right? Are you ecstatic about it? Are you looking forward to it? What are you feeling?
Really, really excited. I think at first I was terrified because I'm self-employed and I'm a presenter. So I am my brand, I am my business. And I hid it for a while. So I probably hid my pregnancy for the first 20 weeks, if not more, from social media, from clients, because I didn't want to be treated any differently.
Yeah.
It's been fine, other than I have been dropped is a hard word. My agent told one of the businesses I work with I was pregnant. They were like, that's really nice. Next day I got a phone call. Hi, we're just going to move this. And they haven't used me again. Yeah. So look, it's all about sometimes the way you look and their brand. They maybe don't have a pregnant woman, and that's fine. That was my fear. But then also it's opened loads of doors and it's really exciting. I
was just going to say, yeah.
There are more things I can do now. And I'm so proud to be pregnant. I'm really happy. I'm so excited to start a family. I really can't wait to be a mum. I feel so genuinely lucky and grateful that I can do it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what will happen.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Honestly, I don't think any woman should walk this path alone.
Yeah.
And I've got a present for you. Can I give it to you?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yes.
Oh no, you made me cry.
Can I have my present for?
My pregnancy hormones will not cope. I will cry.
I'll cry too.
Oh, we'll just cry
It's
together.
all gonna be
It's
a mess.
So nice.
Yeah,
I love crying. I'm always crying.
So this here is HealthMary's new mama pack.
Oh.
HealthMary is about women never having to walk it alone. I know that there is this invisible cord that holds us all together. And for many years, thousands of years, women have supported each other. We have provided ourselves with information, remedies. Your mom knows exactly what to tell you to make you feel better. From mother to daughter, auntie to niece, it goes on and on. In today's world, we're all a little bit more isolated and that connection is dimmed. Some of us are lucky to have moms really close to us or siblings. You fought your brother today, so I think that's amazing that you have a close-knit family. Others are not so lucky. But at some point in our lives, we kind of feel lonely and isolated and with all these questions. So on HealthMary store, what we've done is that we've packaged some of the amazing women in our community, and we are making them accessible to everybody out there who will need them. I told you about my journey with my two kids where I wish I had more people around me at the time. So for me, it's almost like a never event, right? No woman should go through pregnancy, delivery, baby, newborn, motherhood on her own. So here, I've got HealthMary New Mama Pack. And in here, you'll get two women who will have a chat with you and be a friend for life. You have access to their help and their comfort and their questions, and they'll be there to support you if you have any questions. They're all in here. Plus, there are a few treats in here too.
That's
right?
so kind.
So here you go.
Thank you so much, Chinwe. You are just wonderful.
You got me too.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yes. And yeah, no, I'm
actually,
really
I hope
grateful.
you don't need me because I'm a pediatrician. So hopefully it will just be.
Oh, I'll be on the phone to you. What? What's happening? What's doing?
Yeah. Happy to do that. Honestly, call me anytime. I don't care where it is, and So you've got two more women in your life to walk the path with you.
Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you so much.
You're very
I'm so
welcome.
excited.
You're very welcome. Guys, does anybody have any questions for Sophie?
Yeah, I've just been on a girls' holiday as well, actually. And I think there's a big fear with allergies where you fear you're going to get gluten from me, so I'm going to be ill. I think communication is key. Be really, really honest with the people around you and just be like, look, I'm really nervous about going on this holiday, or I'm really nervous about going out for this meal. I'm really worried about this. Could you do this? I had a conversation with my husband very early on, actually. I was like, do you know what, Ben? I really feel uncomfortable going to a restaurant asking for a gluten-free menu. If I was doing it for you, wouldn't mind at all. I'd be like, oh, can he have this? But because it's for myself, I really struggle. So now when we go to a restaurant, he will ask the gluten-free menu for me. And my friends do the same. We sit down, any allergies, straight away. We've got one celiac. I don't even say anything. And I think it's just about communicating how you really feel. If they're your true friends, they'll really listen and they'll really care and they'll understand. But unless you tell them, they don't know how you're feeling. So they just think, oh, you just got an allergy, you can't eat cake. There's a bit more to it than that.
I think sometimes there might be a bit of history behind some people who have a particular disease condition and they've had loads of traumatic experiences, and sometimes those reactions are more like triggered rather than because they are with their friends. It's just a sort of a trauma response, if that makes sense. And I do obviously look after children with complex needs. And, when you have a significant diagnosis, it is a life-changing, thing. And many of them are left with the knock-on effect of those experiences early on. And as adults and as young adults, they manifest in different ways as well.
It's so true. I remember being really young and we used to have like Christmas parties at primary school. and everyone would get like a Christmas buffet, and my plate would be put in front of me, already cling filmed, with a sandwich and some crisps and something on it, and everyone else would have a pick of the food. And you don't understand at 5. You're like, well, why have I got different food to everyone else? Or when you're at a children's party and everyone's got pizzas and hot dogs and I've got jacket potato, cheese and beans for the 20th time. I don't like it now. I'm like, why? So it is those things from when you're growing up that you're like, oh, actually, you're right. It's a trauma response of this is what it was like growing up for me. I don't want to be different. I want to be different in every other aspect of my life. I don't want to follow any path. I want to be different to everyone else. I want to stand out from the crowd. I love it. Food, put me in the corner, turn me that way so I can't see anyone, and let me just eat my sandwich on my own. Like, it's really true, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. You have made my year. And it's nice to see, because last time we saw was last year, isn't it? And last September. Has it been last September? Oh my goodness.
It's gone so quickly.
Always a breath of sunshine.
Oh, so are you. Thank you so much. Can we just give a round of applause to Chinwe, how amazing she is?
Thank you very much.
Incredible.